Hi, and welcome back to Boss Wife. I am your host, Ebony. Here is where you will get your motivation for the week. Here is where you will get your tools and tips to learn how to play, laugh, and live hard, unapologetically. Here is where you will learn how to erase the lines of the box because you realize you cannot be contained. Here is where you will learn how to show up for yourself. Here is where the most powerful transition will begin in your life. Welcome to Boss Wife. Hey guys, and welcome back to Boss Wife. Thank you guys so much for joining me again on tonight. I am so excited about the topic on tonight, just like I am every night, and every Tuesday night that we talk. So I just wanted to come to you guys and talk about something that has been on my heart dearly because I feel like having a best friend is kind of like one of those rare commodity things. Like it's something that's going extinct. Like it's something that we don't hold dear or hold important to us anymore. Having a best friend or even knowing what a best friend is, I don't think it's very important to people anymore. Like I don't think we're teaching our children that value or that value of a relationship with that other person. I don't feel like we're even taking the responsibility of wanting the I don't know, like we don't want the responsibility of having to be somebody's best friend anymore. I just don't think, the way that we were raised, that we're carrying on to the next generation. And I think it's very important because we all need that one person to rely on. We all need somebody to talk to. We all need somebody to depend on. We need someone to, be there for us, like we always talk about, with no strings attached, no judgment, that's going to be there to tell us the truth, even when we want to hear it and when we don't want to hear it. So anyway, that's what we're talking about tonight. And I hope you guys are ready. I hope everybody's in the bed. I hope you are relaxed. If you're cleaning, that's fine. If you're studying or whatever, however you tune in on Tuesday nights to this or every other Tuesday night, I just hope you guys are ready and relaxed and you are mentally and physically and emotionally prepared for what we are about to indulge in on tonight. So, you ready? Here we go. Do you feel like you or maybe your child has a gift for acting, modeling, body art, or makeup? Allow Enchanted Reflections Modeling Studio to help you reach the next level. We specialize in pulling out the innovation and creativity that you have kept locked away. We promote confidence, etiquette, stage presence, and a healthy body image. We offer something for everyone. Enchanted Reflections Modeling Studio is the ideal atmosphere for encouraging youth and a prime institute for training for the industry. So, what are you waiting for? Join now. www.enchantedreflectionstudio.com. I'll see you there. All right, guys. So what is a best friend? So we all know that a best friend is someone that is very close to you, someone that you can tell secrets to, someone that you can trust your life with, right? Someone that you don't really care if they know where your mole is, where your stretch marks are, or guys, like, they don't know if, your worst secret, or your best secret. We trust this person with everything about us, right? So in saying that, do we always pick the best person to be our best friend? And in that same sentence, like, is our best friend, like, are we their best friend? Or do they have another best friend? So I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of soul searching and just kind of sitting back, looking around, taking in things. And I am definitely that person who just likes to kind of keep her mouth shut and just listen and look and observe a lot. And I've been noticing a lot of things in a lot of people in a lot of different circumstances. And just to take in the fact that, one incident I'll share with you guys. Like, I noticed my daughter was looking up one year, I think about 2 years ago, she Googled what is a best friend or what makes a good best friend. And I thought that was very fascinating. And when I came up with this topic, it dawned on me that, that was one thing that kind of stood out to her as well, because that was something that she was battling with too. And I found it ironic that at my age, in my early 30s, that was something that I'm even questioning myself. And I was like, wow, like, it doesn't really matter how old you are. That's something that's definitely significant to everybody, male or female. And so anyway, so we know that, that best friend is that person that you trust with your life, with your secrets, with your top secret, your low secret. It's just that person that is like closer to you than a brother or a sister, closer to you than your parent. And I actually invited two of my first best friends on tonight, and it just so happened that circumstances permitted that to happen. But hopefully we'll get to do this again, and they will get to come on, because I think it's very important that you guys get to hear what my two very first best friends have to say about me. But one is a male and one is a female. And I know, everybody always says, oh, you can't be, a male and female can't be best friends. Something always happens, something always going to transpire. Well, let me put that to rest, because that's not true. Me and my best male friend, I call him my big brother. We grew up in church together. We were best friends. And I kind of consider us still pretty cool, pretty close, because to me, a best friend is somebody, regardless of how much time has gone by, regardless of how much time you've spent with each other in the past few days, months, years, or whatever, that bond cannot be broken. The relationship is still there, and that trust is still there, and so, between me and him, it's like, it's totally different, because when I met Will and we grew up together, it was kind of like, I was in kind of like the prime of me growing up. So it was a very significant, like I was in that adolescent stage. So I was going through a lot of different changes, a lot of different things in my life, at home, at school. And so he was there. Like, he was there for me. He was going through things. I was there for him. I don't think I was as close to him as he was for me, but it is what it is. And I think that's the difference between girls and guys. Like, I don't know if, and well, no, I'm pretty sure guys can definitely have girlfriends that are just as close to them as guys, but I don't know if I was, he would have to answer that. I don't really know if I was his best friend or his best girlfriend or whatever, but it is what it is. But and then my best girlfriend, which was Christine. I'm definitely gonna have to get her on here. And it was hilarious. You guys definitely have to hear the story. But we were definitely best friends. We met in 7th grade. It was my first year out of private school, you guys. Hilarious. And me and her clicked, and the rest is history. Like, I would get in trouble just for walking to go to her house, because my grandmother lived in South Memphis, and she also lived in South Memphis. And so my mom's like, no, you can't walk. This is a bad neighborhood, blah, blah. And I used to get in trouble all the time, because she was like, well, meet me halfway, because my mom said I can't walk by myself. So I would sneak out of my grandmother's house, meet her halfway. I would always get caught, y'all. Always get caught, get in trouble. But anyway, it was worth it, because I wanted her, to be with me. We didn't even have to be talking. Like, she would just be in the house with me. And then, because I was the only child and I was spoiled, we would get into arguments, we would get into fights, and Will would call, and he'd be like, so what are y'all doing? And I'm like, she in there. And he's like, wait, your best friend is in the house and you're mad and she's in a whole nother room? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what kind of best friends are y'all? And it was hilarious, because it really didn't matter. It was just the fact that she was there, I don't know her view on that. That's just my take on that. So hopefully next week, we can get this together, and I can play the episode for you guys with all three of us on there. But you guys, you guys got to hear our stories. Like, it's just hilarious. So that is what I was trying to work on with you guys, for you guys tonight. It just did not happen. I had some unforeseen things come up tonight, and so it is what it is. Life happens, and we're going to push through, right? Because that's what we do. So back to what we were talking about. So being there for somebody, being trustworthy, being honest, and just carrying that load for that next person is very, very important, because we never know what that next person is going through. We never know when we're going to see that next person again. We never know just how deep of a secret they're carrying, or how heavy of a load that they're carrying. So I think it's definitely important to know, if that person is trusting you to be that special person for them, like their best friend. I think that's a very highly held title. So, this is a person that you value above all other friends in your life, someone who you have fun with, someone you trust, a person, someone who you can confide in. This is the very first person you call when, things are good, when you get good news, the first person you call when you have bad news, when you want to go out for a bit or get something to eat. This is the person that you can rely on for every single moment in your life, good, bad, sad, happy, whatever. So the difference between a best friend and just a friend, we have plenty of associates, and I don't really have any friends. I have a lot of associates. I have a lot of people that I'm really cool with, and then I have, I call sisters or brothers, and that's it. Because at this point in my life, there are no friends. If I have never hung out with you outside of wherever we know each other from, I'm sorry. That's just it. I mean, that's just what it is. Like either we're family or we're not. And, once you get over a certain age anyways, like you don't really trust people because you've experienced people. So the difference between a friend and a best friend is, a friend or an associate is just somebody who you can hang out with amongst other people. You guys go out in groups, you go to movie theaters, you go out on dinners, you go out on, big dinners or whatever. And then, that best friend is that person that you want to just hang out with, just you and that person, because at this point it's like, hey, listen, me and you need this time because I need to talk to you about this, and you want to be you, because when you're around other people, you feel like you still like shield up, you still like you can't be who you are, and you don't feel relaxed. Like, you can be yourself but not completely. You can't just say whatever you want to say because you feel like there's definitely going to be judgment passed. Or you feel like you don't want to be looked down upon because you feel higher than what you are, or you don't want to be looked down upon because you feel lower than what you think of yourself. Like you just don't never know what people think of you. And I think that has a lot to do with what we think of ourselves, definitely, number one. But when it comes to that friend factor, you want to make sure that they carry the same value of you that you carry of them. So I have a best friend that lives in Memphis, and we have been best friends since the 9th grade. And we don't get to hang out, every day, every month, every year. We don't get to see each other all the time. We don't even get to talk to each other all the time. We may text each other here and there, and we may see each other maybe twice a year. And when we do talk or when we do see each other, it's like we hung out yesterday. Like the comfort is just there. The level of trust is just there. Now I do depend on her. She does depend on me for things like, we love each other. The love is there. So the value of a friendship is there. Definitely. Now here is my hang up for people. My hang up for people is, if I call my best friend, and she knows who she is, I don't know if she wants to be named, so I won't name her, but if I call my best friend right now, if I hang up this podcast and I say, hey, I need you right now to, I don't know, if I say I'm having emergency surgery, can you maybe come down here to help me get my kids together, or something is really happening with my family, like I just need you, I need somebody to help, blah blah. She's definitely, I'm not going to say she's going to drop what she's doing to get to Chattanooga, but she's definitely going to drop what she's doing at that moment and say, hey, okay, let me help you figure this out. Let's talk this through. Whatever you need, I'll definitely have your back. We're going to figure this out. She's not going to ignore my call. She's not going to deny my text. She's not going to say, oh, okay, girl, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know. Let me know when you figure it out. Like, she's not going to do that. That's not who she is. That's not what a true friend does. She's not going to leave me hanging. She's not going to leave me high and dry. I've never done that for her. She literally called me one time. I had just had my baby girl, and during my pregnancies, all of my pregnancies, I don't even know what you call this. I probably should look it up. I had like a fear of being in a car phobia or whatever. I don't know. It was like because it was like I was so afraid of my baby getting hurt while I was carrying my babies. Regardless of who drove, I was extremely, I had so much anxiety just getting in the car. So not only that, I had the worst anxiety getting on the freeway. So I didn't drive on the freeway at all while I was pregnant, with my last two babies at all. And so she called me and she said, hey, my mom can't help. I think her mom was in Texas, I think, or St. Louis. I can't remember where her mom was, but she's the only child as well. And so she, her dad was working and it was just her. And she was like, hey, I'm having surgery on my foot. And she was like, I know you just had a baby, but my surgery's in, it was in Atlanta or Murfreesboro. I can't remember, but it was close to me. And so she said, I can drive there, but she was like, I need you to drive me to my surgery and back home. And so that entailed me driving on the freeway. And I'm thinking, huh? Like, oh God, And so I did. I packed up my baby. She came down to Chattanooga. I packed up my baby and I got in that car and I drove because my best friend needed me. And so that's who we are. My issue with people now is, they call themselves your friend. They say, oh, I love you. I got you, blah, blah, call me if you need anything. But they really don't mean those words. And that's hurtful. Because when you're down and out and you're at your lowest and you're really needing something or you're really needing a helping hand or you're just needing someone to talk to or vent to, they're not there for you. They're always too busy or they always have something going on or they need you and they need you right then and there and they need you to help them. But they don't realize that even though they're needing help, just as much as they need help, you need help. Even when you call them, like, just because, I'm not frantic like you are, doesn't mean I don't need you. Or just because you think my support system may be stronger than yours, doesn't mean I don't need you, when I call you. People just, I don't know why people are lopsided like that. So, to me, that is one of the worst friends ever. And I am literally on the verge, and I've done this before, where I have just went off the grid and just like, and let me rephrase that because I know people think you moved to the country and just lived in the mountains. Did not do that, no. You guys know me. I can't even glamp. I'm just being real. Like, no, I need a full house, full utilities, full electricity. Okay, no, not glamping. Not camping. No. That's not what I meant. So when I say I went off the grid, like I cut off my phone, blocked every single contact in my phone. Only person that could reach me was my husband, and I lived in the house with him. That was it. And I'm not exaggerating. And so I had one of my close friends saw me at church, and they was like, hey, I've been calling you. I've been texting you. I was like, oh, I blocked all my contacts. And so she was like, oh, I ain't even doing that. And I was like, it ain't personal. Because I just got to the point where I'm always being called on. I'm always needed. And I'm always coming through. But nobody was coming through for me. I needed somebody. Nobody was there for me. I needed to talk. Nobody was there for me. I needed help with things. Nobody was there for me. And, I got fed up. And I got fed up to the point where it was so bad that I cut off all communication with everybody. So, and I'm almost at that point again. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm tired of being needed. Because if I'm always needed and I'm always giving, I have nothing left for me. And that's just being honest. And you have to be honest with yourself. And so, here we go with the best friend thing again. Like, who is your best friend? Think about that. Like, who's there for you? Who has your back? Do they really have your back? Do they show up for you? Do they show up for you when things are good? Do they show up for you when things are bad? I have a really good friend that I used to work with. I'm not going to call her name. I'm going to try to describe her very, very vaguely so that nobody catches on. But She also has her own business. And so I was supporting her and doing some things for her. And she was like, I really appreciate that you find the time to do what you can do to help me out, because she said, my best friend doesn't even do that for me. And I'm thinking, girl, I wish my best friend would. I'm just like, it's just not cool. Like, I have a best friend and I love my best friend dearly. One of my best friends work with me in my studio. I love her dearly. My studio is not her passion. And I get it. I really do. My studio is my passion. My studio is not her passion. Is she there for me? She is. Does she do whatever I ask her to do? She does. Do I love her for doing what I ask her to do? I do. But, it's like there's a difference when people are there for you because they love you, and I'm just like, I don't care if I gotta come and help you bag up garbage. If you need me to come and fold up tablecloths and then I gotta go, I'm gonna do that for you because I love you. I'm not gonna want you to struggle. I'm not gonna want you, out there having anxiety or whatever. Like, I don't want you depressed. I don't want you feeling alone. I'm just gonna be that person that you need, and that's just who I am. And then I feel like I always take advantage of people who are like that, and I don't know why. Like, think about it. If you don't want to be taken advantage of, why would you take advantage of someone that is vulnerable? Just because you can do it, because they're not going to say anything, they're not going to address you, and that, they're going to be there when you call them, but you can't be there when they need you. We can't pick and choose what we want to do for people. We can't pick and choose what part of the relationship we want to be committed to. Like, you're either all in or you're all out, and that's in any relationship. And because it's not fair. Like, nobody expects for you to be perfect. Nobody expects for you to be 100% at all times. But if you put a title on anything, on any relationship, I do expect for you to uphold your position in that title. That's just how we are made up as people. So think about it. Does your best friend lie to you? Do they put you off? Do they embarrass you? Do they disrespect you? Do they even think of you as their best friend? Do they value you as a person? What do they do to bring value to your life? How do they show themselves as your best friend? How did you choose this person as your best friend? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself, because this is very important to you. We encounter a lot of different people. We have a lot of different things going on in life. And if at this point in your life, you cannot afford to have anything extra negative in your circle. So if this person is not adding, but they are subtracting, if they are decreasing your value, if they are taking away from your motivation, if they are not allowing you to elevate because they are simply not ready to adjust where they are in life, then you really need to rethink this relationship. We have a lot of, like I was saying, we encounter a lot of different people in life. We go through a lot of different emotions. Life brings a lot of different things with it already. We don't need the extra added negativity. We don't need the extra confusion. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of being left alone. I'm tired of being pushed aside and made like I'm not worth what everybody else is made, is worth. I feel like at this point in my life, I don't need a best friend. Not saying my best friends. Like, I have two great best friends, but like at this point in my life, like if you're not needed in my life, I don't need you in my call log. Like, I just don't, like Facebook, the Facebook thing. Okay, whatever. Like, I have went on my Facebook page and have deleted so many people off and cleaned out my store. Like, that's just who I am. Like, really, like if you have no purpose on my Facebook page, you're deleted. I've done it so many times, even because like even with my business, I do accept friend requests. I do request to be friends with people. But like, I literally go through my page all the time, and you guys can even go on there and look. I don't have that many friends on my Facebook page, because once you start adding so many people or allowing so many people, then you get hacked over and over and over and over, and then you encounter so many different things. But not only that, like, I just don't want my inner circle to be invaded that much, because I have a personal page as well, and then I have a business page. That's totally fine. Yeah, you can go in there and like that. Like, those aren't my friends. Those are people who like my business page. And then, my Instagram page. And I was like, I like to keep my personal space. Like, I don't need anything extra that has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with who I am as a person. I have friends on my pages that I've, went to high school with, that I love to follow. I love to see what they're doing in their life. I love that, they motivate me without them even knowing, and I hope that I do the same, because you never know who's watching you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I love things like that. But, like, if you bring no purpose to me, I have no need for you. And so at this stage in our lives, again, we are old. We're too old. We are too elevated. We are too motivated. We are too inspired. We are too innovative to allow so many distractions. We need to get structured. We need to get disciplined. And at this point, there's no room for failure. There's no room for sidetracks. There's no room for distractions. If the person is not adding to you, let them go. At this point, it's over. It is. I mean, apparently it never started for them anyway, because if they can lie to you, if they can disrespect you, if they can embarrass you, if they can judge you, that's my biggest one. Like, don't make fun of me. Don't make jokes about me. I am not here for you to belittle me to make yourself feel better. I am not here for your amusement. I did have to let a few of my friends go because of that, because, some people just feel like, oh, no, I'm just joking. Oh, I hate that. Like, no, your joke is in your truth. Like, no, I'm sorry, guys. I said it backwards. Your truth is in your joke. And it honestly is. I hate when people say that. Oh, I was just playing, girl. I'm just joking. You're lying. Straight up lying. Your truth is in your joke, because 9 times out of 10 they've made that joke before, or they've said it before, or they've said it in different ways, but it's always coming out. So no, if people do that constantly, like, kick them to the curb. Like, hey, how you doing? Goodbye. Like, you don't have to stand around and talk to those people. You don't have to stand around and be best friend with those people. If they cross your mind, hey girl, you crossed my mind. Just thinking about you. Shoot them that kind of text. Not, hey girl, just wondering what you up to. We need to catch up. Don't lie. Just say, hey, God put you on my heart. So, praying for you. Hope everything is fine. Simple. Don't be that person to be like, girl, you look good in that dress, knowing you really want to say, don't wear that dress again. Don't be that person. Just say whatever God put on your heart and leave it at that. Those type of people, they're just not for you. They're not your cup of tea. It's okay. A lot of people have charisma, and that's how they draw you to them. But that doesn't mean that you should be their friend. And that's okay. I mean, a lot of great people have great charisma, and I love people's personalities. Like, I'm drawn to big personalities. I really am. And because I love that about people. One thing, because mainly when people have big personalities and great charisma about them, like, they have a lot of laughter. They have a lot of joyfulness about them. Like, they're very fun and outgoing. And I love that, because that's who I am. And, but I also have to learn, just because that person, our spirits attract, doesn't mean that they're supposed to be for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, just because your spirits attract to each other doesn't mean that you should be in each other's inner circle. That's two different things, so I don't know. I hope this is helping you guys tonight, because it really is. This is really benefiting me, just to say it out loud, just to hear it, just to process it. I love you guys so much. And I'm so excited. So I did want to read my statistics tonight of where you guys have been listening from all over the world. Like I said last week, I'm super excited. Okay, so this week I have hit over 611 downloads. I'm so excited about that. And I know that's not a lot to you guys, but you guys, I've only been doing my podcast for like 8 months. So I think it's kind of something special. So if you don't, that's fine. I love it. Okay, so I've had the United States have been listening in, Canada, United Kingdom, the Philippines, Australia, India, New Zealand, and Russia are the top countries that have been listening in. And let's break it down. So Russia, Regan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but region, I have listeners there. I have listeners in New Zealand. Let's see who's listening. In New Zealand is Canterbury. Cool. Thanks, Canterbury in New Zealand. Awesome. Let's see who's listening in India. So we have West Bengal in India. Cannot pronounce that one, nor that one, nor that one. So, India, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm trying, guys. Let's see. Australia, New South Wales. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Let's see. The Philippines. I'm going to try. Calabrazon. Cool. Love it. Awesome. Thank you, guys. United Kingdom. Let's see. England. Hey, England. Love it. Let's see who's in Canada. The British Columbia. Cool. 20 downloads in British Columbia. Okay. And then, let's see. Ontario in Canada. Cool. I love it. And the United States, we got Tennessee, Georgia, Oregon, Virginia, Arizona, California, Rhode Island, Illinois, Florida, Texas, Colorado, Connecticut, Alaska, North Carolina, Kentucky, Utah, Mississippi, Idaho, Arkansas, Louisiana, South Dakota, South Carolina, New York, Nevada, Alabama, Missouri, and other. I don't know what other is, but thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. So this weekend I was watching my statistics go up, and I was trying to get a snapshot right at 600 because I saw it like right at 599, and I was just so excited because, like I said last week, I'm gonna start celebrating the small things in life, because that's what matters. Not yes, I'm definitely gonna celebrate the big things as well, but it's the small things that we forget about, that we feel like that are null and void. And so, no, you guys that are listening to me, you guys that have been listening to me for over the 8 months are freaking awesome. I am international. Like, I have talked to people that I've never thought I would ever talk to. And you guys, it is so amazing. So thank you so much for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for passing the word along to your friends. Thank you for the support. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys, leave me a message. Send me a Facebook request. Send me a shout out on my sites that you tune in on. I'm on all listening sites, you guys. I know I usually have my music on during this time, but I'm just so grateful for everything that you guys have done. And this small milestone is just only the beginning for me and for you guys. And I really hope I help somebody tonight, because normally, talking about having a best friend is somewhat childish. I think people think, like, people are like, what, a best friend? Who needs that? What is that? Blah. So, no, it's not childish. It's not going extinct, because people need people. If we didn't, God wouldn't have put all of us here on earth. He wouldn't have said, that we needed each other. Like, we have to have each other. We can only make this world better by using each other, or helping each other, being there for each other. That's what makes life better, is each other. So yeah, we need each other. Be kind, love each other, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you again for all of your support. Thank you guys so much for listening in again. And let me know your topics please, I would love to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. I would love to have you on my show. If you want to be a guest on my show, let me know. Hit me up. Send me your information. Let's talk. Let's chat. Okay? So, I love you guys. I have some stuff going on next week. So, this will probably be the last one for the month. But I think we did pretty good though, right? Okay. But yes, I would definitely try to get Will and Christine on the show so you guys can hear about our childhood together. My two first best friends. And you guys, I love you. Support yourself. Show up for yourself because that is the most important thing. And don't forget, if you don't do you, then you won't be done. Love you. Talk to you later.